Hi everyone, it's Emily Leiphart here, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to create a set of gel printed backgrounds with transfer foil details. I absolutely love how easy it is to create tons of ready-to-use backgrounds in a single setting. These cards feature several products from the March Essentials by Ellen release, including the Casual Greetings Hot Foil stamp and the Casual Tagline stamp set. I start by placing my gel plate on a stencil mat. I have a set of Amsterdam acrylic paints, and this particular set comes with 6 colors, but I'm going to use only 4 colors, so I'll remove the 2 that I won't be using. I start by squeezing small dots of paint on the gel plate, and my placement is very random. You can do this any way you like and in whatever concentration of color you want. The patterns will also greatly depend on whether you run your brayer in one direction or both, and also how much. I personally like to run my brayer in both directions, and I'll stop when I'm happy with the mixing of colors. The more you roll the paint, the more they'll blend. I find that the smoother and thinner the paper, the better the results. Here I'm using 80-pound Neenah Solar White cardstock. You can use whatever cardstock you like, thick, thin, white, or even color. Definitely experiment and have fun with it. Believe it or not, the gel prints dry super fast. It literally only takes about a minute to fully dry, except maybe if you apply too much paint and it's quite thick. But in my opinion, the thinner the paint, the better. Aren't the results gorgeous? I just love how saturated the colors are and the way the red and white combine to create a bright pink. Now you'll notice that there's a lot of leftover paint on the gel plate and the colors are equally beautiful. If you're new to gel printing, the secret to picking up this leftover paint is the white acrylic paint. I don't know the science behind this, but I love the results and I'm wowed every time. When you place the cardstock down, it will pick up everything where there is white paint, and those colors and patterns will appear on the top of the canvas. I create 2 stencils for the transfer gel, one using the flower dies and one using the leaf dies from the Painted Florals die set. For the first background, I used the stencil at opposite corners of the panel. I used a palette knife to apply the transfer gel, and I'm supposed to let the gel dry for an hour until it's tacky, then apply the foil. But I was too impatient to wait and thought my layer of gel was thin enough. I did try to spread the gel as thin as possible with my fingers and continue to peel off the foil. This ended up creating a textured pattern on the flowers that made them look like roses, and I was quite happy with the results. On the second panel, I used the palette knife and a tiny bit of gel to create streaks in random places. Since there was very little gel, it managed to create the perfect marble accents, and I love how this turned out. If I had to choose, the pattern on my third card was my least favorite, but I love the overall card with the faunal design, so I managed to save it. Ideally, I would have waited for the gel to dry completely, and then I would have had perfectly solid gold leaves. Before I assemble my cards, I wanted to show you the different leaves on my release cards. 2 of the cards feature leaves that are layer stamped as they were intended to be used. On my lucky card, I used only the dies and I layered them in gold glitter cardstock with vellum cardstock. On the 4th sample, I layered the leaves with vellum, but the top layer is textured with the A2 piercing plate too. I love this little detail and I'm going to do that again here on my first card. This time I'm going to show both plain vellum and textured vellum leaves. These heat-foiled sentiments are from the Casual Greetings Hot Foil stamp, and the strips are from the Casual Tagline stamp set. They were made previously, and what I love about these sets is you can prepare a ton in different versions, with different inks on different cardstock colors, so you can choose which version looks best with your card design. I popped up all the sentiments on foam tape for visual interest. The first and third cards needed something extra in the form of vellum leaves and a pink heart, but the second card had my favorite background, so it only needed sentiments. I hope you enjoyed watching me make these gel printed cards with transfer foil details, and I hope you're inspired to make your own. You can find all of these products at ellenhutson.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.